What is love, love? What is love? Here we are again, once again and again and again and again and again, putting one step in front of the other. Juice. Kilo just had a little chicken, not too much. Ooh, free apples? What's this, dude? I think they ate them all, Keeks. I think they ate them all. It's about to be apple season here. There's some old bad ones. But anyway, look, it has the flowers are sprouting. Every little flower will be, will be an apple. You gonna go potty, Bubba? So today, I thought instead of having so much of a topic, we've kind of had the past couple of days. Yesterday we talked about the metaverse. The day before that we talked about was it staged? The Oscars, knowing that it's the lowest attendance, knowing that Chris Rock has a huge comedy tour, knowing that Jada Pinkett Smith before shaved her head for an alopecia thing and it was the face of it, which all that press is in. Anyway, we talked about that. We've always been talking about what? Putting faith above fear, purpose over pleasure. And so those are just some of the topics we've been talking about. We've talked about family and community. So today, getting ready for Friday. Come on, son. You're doing so good. Just think we should just catch up, tap in with each other and take a deep breath because we made it this far. And it's just like Forrest Gump said, well, gotta just keep going. Shit happens when? Sometimes, so we gotta just keep moving. Once we get to the end of one destination or fulfill it in our heart, we just keep moving in a different direction. Either way, we add value because we are of value and we are an asset to anything and everything that we do. Isn't that right? We are an asset. And if anyone's not feeling like an asset or knows what an asset is, not an assistant, not an ass, but an asset, we can talk about that. We can also talk about, spiritually, physically, even monetarily. We can talk about investing. We can talk about streams of income. Again, spiritual, mental, physical. Where are you guys at? What do you guys want to chat about? Let's go. And look, you guys, how beautiful it is. Right, it's the same run. We go on this one, but I haven't usually been able to make it out this early. And then the light, right, is up, so it's amazing. Home on the range. Okay, let's take our first caller. Got questions? Around the world that lasts a lifetime. Got to experience a new culture, the Maori culture, the New Zealand people, which are some of the nicest people, kind, generous, patient, fun, family-oriented people I've ever met. But would I do it again? No, I wouldn't. Actually, I would probably be doing what I'm doing more of now, is getting back to grassroots, working with my hands, working in more theater space, writing. It's really, for me, more therapeutic than acting. You know, acting served its purpose in my life, and it still does. We all act on every day. If you've ever taken an acting class, you know what I'm talking about. And to get things we want, right? We're from a kid, you know, we can have tantrums or whatever, test our parents. It's all acting. But to make it to a global stage, from what I've noticed and what I've seen and what has or energy exchange of greenback dollar bills, and that can get in the way of a lot of relationships. So anywho, that was that tangent. Thank you for the question. Moving forward. Hey Jay, how you doing? All right. But you know what, Jonathan Busby, just know that they cast for Power Rangers, every 3 years. So you're in luck. You have an opportunity more than there's so many different casting agencies. Also had an agent. So people then ask me, well, how do you get an agent? And what's the difference between an agent and a manager? What you need to do to get an agent, okay, is have some skills. You need to have a talent for your talent. What that means is not only do you have to be a great actor, but you also need to know how to market yourself, okay? Now, I say Hollywood, not your agent, but Hollywood prefers you to be in a box because they are filling roles based on the past success. Like The Rock has taken over for Arnold Schwarzenegger. Jim Carrey took over for Jerry Lewis in the 50s. And it just goes kind of on and on. Denzel Washington, having a brain fart, but took over for another actor, African actor who passed away this year. So anyway, you need to have a talent for your talent. By putting it's called an EPK, or an electronic press kit. So you kind of go on Google Slides or Canva, PowerPoint, you put your headshot up on there, you say a bio. My name is Andrew Gray, is from Sacramento. He, at a young age, knew that he wanted to portray noble characters in a cinematic space. He loved theater. From there, won an award in theater or started writing, to then he who you are, and what you believe your assets are, what you bring to the table that adds value. So, and you just pitch those out to people. You know, short, sweet, 1 page to 3 page. You know, if you have a reel, amazing. But they are looking for looks. They are looking for who you've trained with. And then a real scene. In a real scene, it doesn't have to be HBO. It doesn't have to be Disney, Nickelodeon, none of that. It really just needs to be you creating a compelling character in a space and being believable as real life and committing to that, whatever it is. Males, females, transgender, friends of mine that are very, very talented. We're like, why am I not working? I'm not booking commercials. I'm not booking theatrical. I'm not booking plays. I'm like, are you letting yourself go to these characters in a play? Are you peeling back the onion, per se, and creating a psychological background of these characters? And they're like, no. Well, then there you go. That's probably one reason. Number 2 reason that you may not be getting it is they're auditioning hundreds, possibly thousands of people for one role. So it's a marathon. It's definitely not a career. It's more of a mercenary job to job. And I'm just going to tell you, you know, if you want to do this to be famous or to make money or be rich, I wouldn't even get started, because you're going to be in so much pain, so much suffering, that it's like you're going to be like on your knees crawling in the dark. Kind of sounds like it was crawling in the dark. Who's that? Linkin Park over here. And you're willing to take any hand that pulls you up. If that's an agent, that's someone's like, oh, I'm a producer, I can put you in a movie. You'll take that hand. And from my experience, fortunately and unfortunately, but mainly fortunately, it was the hand of a wolf or the devil, and they try to take advantage of you. So how do we protect ourselves, right? Let's talk about that. How do we protect ourselves? Let's say we're going to an event, all right? A lot of people show up around, if it starts at 9, they're going to show up around 11:30. That's just number 1, right? But if you show up not at 9, but let's say 9:30, 10, you're going to get really good parking. Okay? All right. If anybody walking in heels and they're looking good, they don't want to sweat. Let's be honest. All right. So you're going to get good parking. The rule is in Hollywood and in life, I say, if you show up late, you're fired. If you show up on time, you are late. If you show up early, you're on time. Sorry, what I say. If you show up on time, you're late. If you show up early, you're on time. So I like to be there before the crowd, because then you get to meet the organizers, the event staff. You get to meet the people who are parking your car, who are all human beings. And you create this aura of love, appreciation for the event. You see the hard work before it all fills up, and maybe, there's a couple napkins on the ground, doesn't look as beautiful, right? And you really just get to see and compliment the people who work so hard to put that event together. And when you do that, you then already built a rapport. And then boom, sorry to scare you, then boom, the event starts. Everyone starts showing up. And then after you've already met everybody, this happens, and this happened a lot before I had a name for myself. They would say, hey, do you want to go walk the red carpet? Go, it's fine. Nah, it's fine. Go do it. It's fun. And then you walk the red carpet and you're like, hey, you. You're cool. I love you. So that's just when you're going out and about. That's how you get an agent. Now let's talk about what's the difference between an agent and a manager. Number 1, this is your life. This is your plan. Don't ever think that you are special enough to where somebody is going to build, plan, and do the work for you, that you're just the talent and you show up. No. Maybe, if you're the 0.001%, 10 years in, maybe after you've booked some big spots and you really just only have the time afforded because you're flying or traveling to just go there, okay? You are building a plan, same thing for your agent, on a 3 to 5 year plan, and you budget it out. These are the classes that I'm going to take. This is my dream role to have. Worst case scenario, you have to do what you have to do you want. So you got to also put roles that you're really not too comfortable with, but maybe that just suits your character type. I don't even know if that's a word. Character type. It's like, okay, I can help guide this person because they're in parallel practice to what I'm already doing, right? And I already have established relationships to help them with. Now, are they going to go to brunch with you, take you out to red carpets, grab dinner with you, meet your parents? Most likely not. They're busy. They have 60 to 100 clients, okay? That's just the facts. But if you have a plan and you keep tabs on them and you're aware of your goals and you guys hit them together, and then because of where they're at in their career, and I'm talking about starting unestablished actors, you're gonna get asked to come join a bigger agency because you're going out, etc. Right? Now, do I recommend you do that right off the bat? Sometimes, but again, the agent, you don't know that well. Just straight up, like, you really don't know that person that well. So they can say anything and everything to you. If you're a female who loves Wonder Woman, they can be like, I represent Gal Gadot. Or if you're somebody who likes, Jason Momoa or Denzel Washington, and they're repping them, you can get really excited. But here's the deal. You still don't know them that well. And people like to work with 3 things. People they know, they like, and they trust. So if you just met somebody and they have some big clients, it's pretty arrogant of you to believe that you're going to be working with their big clients. They're not. The agents are going to focus on their money makers. So that means you're now in their back pocket instead of their front pocket. You're probably going to be forgotten about until a miracle happens and you book a series regular role. But even if you're on a show for 2 to 4 years, you got to remember Denzel Washington's and all of them are making still 10 times that on a day rate for whatever they're doing. Okay? So you're going to be in a position where you're going to feel unwanted. And agents do that for a couple reasons. They can tell you personally, but I just know that, again, they have 120 clients, where managers usually have a 60. Now, why do managers have 60? Have a timeline of if you're going to book or not. So it's always best to get with a manager first that you get to know, like, and trust. Parallel practice, you both have terms written down, both have goals personally for each other, and that in bed and board with each other in business, you want what each other want, and you're willing to aid each other in getting that. So that's that, and I hope that all made sense. Even though I don't even know what we're talking about then. Okay. Woo! I love you guys. Said this before, and I'll say it again. Kilo's amazing, but look at a deer. Oh, look at a whole family. Oh. You scared him, Keeks? We scared him. We out here in the forest. You guys see those deer? This is cool, man. Why are you running? Why are you running? It's good for the heart. It's good for the soul. Sweating helps get out the toxins. I just had a pressed juice, so I'm filled with carrot, apple, beet, ginger. And just run feels so much better when you got like nature's nectar in your stomach. Come on, son, let's go. Yeah. Órale. Vámonos. Andiamo. God's country. Because you guys have any questions? Yeah. What's up, Troy Burrows 8? What to do? Sorry, I'm just reading a couple of these questions. Oh, let's grab this, buddy. Get us on the road, stand by. Alright, I'm gonna read some questions, stand by, guys. Appreciate you so much. This one says, how many miles are you running? Keelan and I run 5 miles 5 days a week. We let our knees rest on a Saturday. And we usually do yoga, plyometrics, a lot of stretching, massage, physical therapy, those kind of things. Sunday, Sabbath. Sabathra. This is the one. They asked me, what are you grateful for? I'm grateful for every day I get to wake up. It just falls away. I have zeal and vigor. Life is such a blessing, you know. I don't know if anyone has had any loss in their family through a transition, or someone's passed on, RIP, right? They say rest in peace. What I've found out is that I can be in a lot of pain when I'm not in gratitude. So to not ever be in pain, but to be in purpose, is to be grateful. And to start off the day with gratitude of just simply airing my lungs, to have clean lungs. A dear friend of mine lost his father. Actually, my best friend, my brother, he lost his father to COVID, and it took him in like 14 days, like that. And that was during the time my father and I were having some heart-to-hearts, some hard conversations, so that we can heal together as father and son, and continue to learn from each other and rise together. And when I was going through that, so much gratitude for my father came up. And speaking to my buddy on the phone, he's like, just love your father, man. Just love him. 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 And to my best friend, his father, like mine, played a huge role in my life in a lot of different ways. And sometimes even when I would call him, I would be like, hello? And then his father would be on the line. I was like, Mr. So-and-so? And then I would hear my buddies. He would bring us into a three-way. And I'm talking like, you know, maybe 30 to 40% of the time. So I got a good opportunity to connect with him over the phone and hear his voice. And also hear how it sounded so much like my best friend. And anyway, so I'm grateful for that. And with that, to put a bookend on that, gratitude is the greatest multiplier. That's another great thing about gratitude. It's the greatest multiplier. If you're happy with your life, you're grateful for your life, it will offer more favor. If you're happy with your job, grateful for your job, even though it's not your dream job, it's not even close to your dream job, it will offer more opportunities for growth, for you to see your value, your assets, and then to let them know with your plan of gratitude and servitude to them, if it is in your best interest. Relationships. If you're in a relationship that's going sour, you know, relationships do. Everything in life is temporary. Everything in life is temporary, right? If you're grateful for the relationship with yourself and you're healing, you're going to continue to heal. You're going to heal. You're going to heal in life. You're going to see it from a new lens. A new lens. You think you see the bright colors, the pinks and the purples now? No. It doesn't just happen at sunset. It happens from you wake up till you go to sleep. God be the glory. So that relationship, basically, with yourself or something else, a person, a place, or a thing, it will get better. You will let go and let God. So that's about gratitude. All right. Somebody says, when you're not speaking on live to us and you're running, what goes through your mind? Wonderful question, because we all have a stoic stare. You know, transparently, not much goes through my mind because I'm focusing on breathing and getting out of my mind and getting into my body, letting my body speak. All day it's doing things that my mind's telling it to do. But right now, it's operating almost in like an auto response, you know? You guys help me with the words, but your motor skills. My motor skills are taking over. So I could do this, and I know I'm running straight right now. And I'm talking to you guys right now. And I'm thinking God right now. So with that being said, what do I say in my mind? Minimal things. But this is the number one thing I say to myself. I love you, Andrew. I love you. You're beautiful. I love you. You're safe. You're home. Mind, I say spirit, mind, body unity, spirit, mind, body unity, spirit, mind, body unity. When I'm going on these 10, 15 mile runs, definitely spirit, mind, body unity comes into play a lot. I pray. That's pretty much about it. Keeping it simple. And the body just let it all go. Let it all go. Well, it's starting to get darker. It's starting to get darker. You're doing great, Kilo. You're doing great. So proud of you. So proud of you. Remember, Keeks, when we first started jogging your little puppy dog? We had to like crawl before you could walk, right? And then we started to just walk and then jog and then do trails. And halfway through the trails, Kilo, you're like, I'm not having it, Dad. I'm like 10 pounds. I'm not a Doberman. And I was like, in spirit, you are. You're so much more. He would sit on the ground and just like, I'll wait here. So to build trust and people. You hear this? And there he is! Kilo! And now he's running, how much do we run every day? 5 miles. So this little puppy's running 25 miles a week, huh, son? Oh my goodness. And I just couldn't be more proud of my puppy. That's all I gotta say. I love my dog. It's my little baby. Take him everywhere with me. All right, no more questions. And that's okay. That's okay. We got another mile to go. We're rounding it out. I want to say thank you all for joining, staying tuned. I learn something from you guys every time. Number one, I realize how many Ranger fans I have. You guys praise, because there's statistically 2 biggest fears in life. Number 1 is death for a lot of people, and then number 2 is public speaking. So if you've ever tapped into me, even in a DM, even in a comment, props. And I hope you also continue to do that in real life. By simple gestures, a smile goes so far. It really does. Thank you. Open the door for anybody. It means so much. Especially open the door for an elder. You know, you're on a bus, you're sitting somewhere, park bench, you're at a concert, and you pull out a blanket or you get up for that elder to sit. It not only, it'll make you feel good. Yeah, but it makes the elder so happy, because everything that is a good gesture is, I'm sure, she's wanted to see continue in this world, right? So you doing that as a random stranger kind of gives her that peace of mind, or him, that, wow, maybe this world isn't so horrible after all. Mother and I were doing some work, and we were not in a hurry, and we drove past Rayleigh's, and we saw the same man there 3 times. And today he was there, and we had to stop, compelled, because everybody has a story, and we wanted to get to know this person. So we said, "Hello there, sir. My name's Andrew. This is David. We noticed you here a couple times. You live here? What's your name?" And he said, "My name's Gene." I said, "It's so pleasure to meet you, Gene. Where are you from?" And he said, "About 20 miles from where that was." And I was like, "Well, what's your story?" "We, mountain boys, kind of lived all over, lived in this. I want to show you some love. You hungry? Do you need a shower? Do you need a bed? Do you need some pocket money? Do you need a laugh? What's up?" And we're not in a rush. So we sat and chatted for like 20 minutes. It was awesome. So anyway, with that being said, it's just that simple, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, it's just that simple, and just champion you all to piggyback that. All right, let's say half mile before we're gonna do some light sparring and get on the computer. But thank you guys for staying tuned. The numbers have not fluctuated so much, so my spirit is saying that this was necessary, this live. I value you all. Just a reminder, again, everything in life is temporary. Find gratitude. Wake up and smell the roses. Lift the veils off your eyes. Really fact check. Get healed as much as possible. I know the things I say sound very preachy, but I've lived these things, and it works. It only works if you work it, though. Right? It only works if you work it. You just stay with us. I'm gonna breathe. In with the new, out with the old. In with what we can serve and what is serving us, and out with what we cannot serve and what we're also done serving. In with we are the miracle in our own life. Exhale the victim stories. Inhale peace, love, and harmony, forgiveness and mercy. And exhale anger, agony, and suffering. I thank you all for this time. It's an absolute privilege. It's a pleasure. We only have one life, and in this time we've got to experience it together. I hope to join one of your lives soon, so please join me or invite me in, and it would be a wonderful space to be a part of. And just know that if any of you would ever like to DM me personally, I try to get to as many people as I can. And if you're in a negative space where it may feel toxic or you can't get out of, just know that Jesus loves you, that God loves you,